I'm Jeremiah Dunham. I'm here with Linda Janes, who's one of our interns under the Ada Lovelace Internship program. We are at the halfway point in the internship, and so I thought it would be a good idea for us to check in, do a special halfway interview. Actually, on that topic, Linda, I heard that recently you went to the university to do kind of a halfway evaluation with them. Why don't you tell me how that went?
Yeah, so part of the internship program, you have to do a halfway evaluation and then a final one. So essentially, they first sent out a little checklist that had the marks on it, and Joe had to kind of rate me on certain standards that they lined out. And then what they were interested in is how well I was fulfilling the contract that they've initially created, the learning agreement contract, and that covered HR stuff, because that's what we put in there, project management stuff, and accounts management stuff.
Yep.
So we went over that, and it was essentially a telephonic interview where she said, "Hey, are you doing these things, and what have you done?" And we had to be pretty specific about what has happened. It was actually good. I think Jonah and I were able to negotiate that fairly well.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, a little while ago, you and I were talking about some of the challenges that you've been having in learning the IT side of what we do. So,
Yes.
so some of the management and, business aspects, you had a good background in from school and whatnot. In fact, I think probably the thing that comes to mind that is probably the best example of that was I heard that Saul had you actually working on doing a client, building up a client server or something like
Yes.
that. Why don't you tell me about that experience? Like how was it?
Well, it was interesting. Building virtual machines. I kind of sort of volunteered. No, actually, Saul volunteered me for it, I think. I remember, and I said, well, you should say it to Joe. And I think Joe's answer was like, I think she'd be interested in more of an executive summary rather than actually doing it. But no, yeah, he took me through the process, and we created the file server, the print, all of that stuff, the apps. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy. I mean, I wouldn't have known what to do without Saul. I mean, he essentially walked me through it, but it gave me a very good background into what I was already learning, kind of posturing me for the cloud environment, because I'm trying to understand what it is that we do right now, and then to be able to kind of replicate that in the cloud, which is one of the projects that we're working on. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Awesome. So just let's do a little bit look back and look forward. I mean, you're here at the halfway point. Is there anything that stands out for you, either looking backward or anything you're really looking forward to in the next half of the internship?
I mean, the thing and I keep saying that stands out is that, you really have to have a lot more IT experience. In the school, they kind of make it seem like, and I actually mentioned that during the interview, is that there's only one IT-related class in the entire MBA program. And I understand it's difficult for them to structure to every single career, tailor to every single, mining industry and whatnot. But IT is so centric to everything that I really feel like they could probably improve upon the one class that they offer. So that's kind of the highlight, is I need more IT training.
Okay.
And with that, I mean, the operations part is definitely the most challenging part, and I'm looking forward to kind of learning more and trying to understand what people talk about when they're talking about, VoIP implementations and servers and things like that.
Okay, awesome. Well, makes sense.
Looking forward to doing more of that, but I'm also looking forward to doing things like internal DPT tech planning. That's part that interests me as well. I'm kind of trying to streamline the parts of organization. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks again for your time, and we'll check in with Linda a couple more times before the internship's over.